What's up, guys? It's Sean, aka High Roll 1969 here. So, a lot of you guys are wondering about weight loss and the secret to it and how I did it. Okay, first of all, I lost 170 pounds. Didn't happen overnight, but I did it naturally, and I did it on my own. Like, it was my decision to do it, and people see me now and they're like, they don't even recognize me. Actually, it's kind of cool. It's like I'm like in like a little disguise. But I'll tell you guys the absolute secret to it. The absolute secret, because there is a secret. It's not like, you know, I see people that go to the gym. I mean, I'm at the gym like 5-6 days a week. Sometimes I'm there 10 days a week. I'll go twice if I feel that I have to, depending on what my stress levels are. But, like, I see people go to the gym all the time, and they're not being successful. They're not dropping weight. They're not gaining muscle. They're not doing shit. But their workouts are fantastic. Like, they're really going hard, and they're really trying. They really do well at the gym. But their nutrition just sucks. So, basically, let me just boil this down to you guys, okay? The number one biggest helper for me has been intermittent fasting. Now, what that is that is when you eat from a time to a time, and then you stop eating from one time to another time. Like, in other words, most people will do 8 and 16, meaning like you'll wake up, let's say, 9 o'clock in the morning, 5-6 hours later, you have your first meal. And then 8 hours later, you eat your last meal. So you have 8 hours to get all your calories in for that day. After that, you're finished. What that does, intermittent fasting, is you do get the insulin spike, which is not a bad thing. But don't be so afraid of the insulin spike. But your pituitary gland inside of your brain releases a growth hormone, growth chemicals, that will cause you and your body to go into fat burning mode. It will take all of your food and it will store it as energy. It will not store it as fat unless your macros are way off, but we'll get to that in a second. If your macros are off, then whatever. But the way that it all works is that if you only eat for 8 hours out of a 24-hour day, what do you think your body's doing for the rest of the time? It's not focusing on digestion anymore. So what it does is it goes into rebuild mode. It goes into repair mode. It'll start regenerating and rejuvenating your cells, cell structure, organ structure, bone structure. It releases serotonin in the brain to just make you feel better. Okay, so you're not focused on digestion. Your body is not giving attention only to your gut. Your gut health is going to improve like tremendously crazy when you do intermittent fasting. But sometimes, like if you wake up, let's say at 9 o'clock in the morning, okay, 9, 10, 11, 12, 1, 2. By 2, anywhere between 2 o'clock and 4 o'clock, that's your sweet spot. That's when you should have your first meal. Anywhere between 5 and 7 hours after you wake up. And then you get all of your calories in. Okay, now, let's talk calories real quick. Because don't forget, intermittent fasting is key. That's huge. Look it up if you guys don't believe me. Take the time to do your own research. Intermittent fasting is the nuts. It works fantastic. So let's say that you want to weigh 180 pounds. Let's just say. You take 180, multiply it times 11, you're going to end up with 1,980 calories. That's what your intake should be every day. Now, I'll bet you anything that a majority of you guys throughout the week are taking in way less than that. And that's why it's very difficult for you guys to lose some weight. Also, on top of that, on some other days, you guys are pushing 5, maybe 6,000 calories. See, so it doesn't balance itself out. It doesn't work like that. Your calories every single day need to be just about even. Okay. that brings me to the next point of macros. Macros and macro percentages. What are they? Pretty much a macro is the base of what your basic food is that you're eating at that point in time. For example, chicken is going to be a basic macro of protein. Meat has a macro of protein and fat. You just need to figure out what's what. And the best way to do that is you could download an app on your cell phone and put everything that you want in there. Now, my macro percentages for myself, which seemed to work the best for me, was 40% carbohydrates, 40% protein, and 20% fats. That's what works excellent for me. And then once every 3 weeks, I have a cheat meal, which is just bonkers. I'm talking 20,000 calories, talking calzone, pizza, hot dogs, Five Guys burgers, like 2 of them. I'm talking steak, cereal, everything that's nasty as shit, candy, chocolate, everything that's under the sun, I'll eat in like one sitting. That's me. Don't do that until you're ready to do that. Okay, so calories in, calories out. Macro percentages we discussed. Yeah, so pretty much take your goal weight, multiply it times 11. That's how many calories that you're supposed to have. Now, like as for macros is what's going to affect your body, your health, your mental health, and everything else. And the reason is because if you have not enough carbohydrates, you're going to start losing it mentally. You're going to fall off the bandwagon. Shit's just going to go to a mess. Okay, your body's going to be hungry. Don't do that. Carbohydrates, simple carbohydrates, are different as opposed to fast-acting carbohydrates. Simple carbs are things such as oatmeal. Let me see here. Oatmeal, rice, vegetables, things like that. Okay, healthy stuff. Bad carbohydrates would be things like cake, cupcakes, donuts, horrible, cereals, whole grains even. Don't be fooled by like the whole entire like whole grain market crap, because that's just a bunch of bullshit. Back in 1977, that's when we noticed a huge increase of Americans getting bigger. Americans becoming overweight, and it's because the national, what was it there, the USDA, decided to put out this chart of what's good for us and what's bad for us, and people fell for it, and there was a huge increase in weight gain. As well as back in 2008 when President Obama was elected, they changed it up again because whatever, we noticed a huge increase in weight gains as well. But we'll make another video for that at another time. So, fasting. The only thing that you should eat while you're fasting is coffee, but not coffee with creamer, not coffee with sugar, not coffee with all sorts of weird flavorings and stuff like that. If it has one single calorie in it, you broke your fast, and it's not going to work. So, straight black coffee. I like to do iced coffee in the morning. After, I don't know, about an hour or so, I've waken up, I see how I feel. If I'm feeling tired or sluggish, okay, fine, I'll go get it. And water. Just do it up with the water. Give yourself time to adjust to this, because you're not going to like adjust to this like overnight. Don't even think about it. Just make it like a lifestyle change. Like, just say, this is it. This is how it's going to be. It's simple as that for the most part. So, like, for me, okay, it's 5:44. I ate my first meal today at 5 o'clock, okay? Now, my last meal tonight that I'm going to eat is going to be at 10 o'clock, but that's me. That's, like, my sweet spot for being toned and staying fit, staying in shape, and losing weight. You're going to lose, like, the first couple weeks, you know, your body does need to adjust, so just be patient with it. But expect to lose, like, 4 to 5 pounds, especially at first, per week. And then it's going to slow down to about 2 pounds, maybe 1.5 pounds a week. Which is fantastic, because the longer that it takes for you to lose weight, the longer it's going to be for you to not gain it back. You have, like, a, 76% chance of not gaining your weight back than as if you would losing it faster and gaining your weight back. So, Have I forgotten about anything here? Do not digest anything while you're in a fasting state. Allow yourself good foods. Count your macros. Get yourself an app. Put everything that you eat in that app. Get yourself a little food scale. Okay? And don't forget, guys, to eat. Like, I eat a lot of food every day. It's incredible. Like, it is absolutely incredible. My body just burns it as energy, and it's just off me like super duper quick. So, on top of all of this, as you guys know, I had hit my weight goal, I don't know, a couple weeks ago. I received a gift. Look at this awesome homie right here. This is from Julia and Otis. Oh, where's the button over here? Check this out. How awesome. Look at a little fishy. I love it. Watching the ships roll in, then I'll watch them roll away again. Yeah, I'm sitting on the dock of the bay, watching the sun roll away. Ooh, sitting on the dock of the bay, wasting time. Like, seriously, how fucking awesome is he, huh? Oh, I received it as a gift from Julie and Otis. Oh my god. Guys, thank you so much. It was so unexpected. Actually, it was really funny because the FedEx guy had came to the house that day and dropped off a package. So my wife ran over and she's like, "Oh, well, hey, well, what'd you get in a package?" Like, you know, like I bought her something or something. And I was joking with her and I was like, "Oh, yeah, it's my dick pills." Really, it was just some creatine monohydrate, some stuff that I bought from from the internet. So, like an hour later, the FedEx guy, a different FedEx truck pulls up. And she's like, "Oh, well, I guess your dick pills are here." She screams like across the yard. And I'm just like laughing and giggling. I had no idea like what it was. And I went over and it was this guy. Which, Julie, I'm very sorry. But we named him Otis. But we named it Otis, O-T-I-S. And at like 3 o'clock in the morning, 4 o'clock in the morning when my daughter Savannah wakes up to go to bed, usually he's like sitting on the mantle in my living room. She comes over and she pushes the button. And then she goes pee. And then she comes back through and then she shuts him off. And then she goes to bed. Like, almost every day. It's actually like really funny because I don't mind it. I think he's freaking awesome. Like, how awesome he is. So Julie and Otis, thank you so very much. Like, me and my family absolutely adore this. And I went and I showed my mom and I was like, "Ma, you never believe it, but I got a gift from a subscriber." So by far, you guys are definitely my #1 fans. And I couldn't be more thankful for you guys. Seriously, from the bottom of our hearts, thank you so much for that gift. That was so cool. So, guys, that's the secret. Back to the video here. Intermittent fasting, count your macros, find a good macro percentage that works well for you, okay? And eat clean. Eating clean is such a huge part of this. Just because you're hitting your macros doesn't mean that you're extremely healthy. So make sure that you're eating good, healthy, whole, real foods, not just crap just to hit your macros because it's not gonna keep you healthy. So healthier foods. Alright guys, so anyways, I just wanted to make this video, and Julie, thank you so much. Guys, I am Sean, High Roller 1969, and I am out. Thank you very much for watching. Peace.